Hey there, Virgo. It's MJ. Happy to be here with you guys. We're doing your September 2024 Intuitive Tarot. So we do the daily readings here. My patrons get ad-free first access. So these are going out usually mid to like nearing the end of August, and then everybody else gets it, very end or early in the month ahead. So happy birthday, by the way, all the Virgo love is supreme. I have a Virgo moon and I have a lot of Virgos in my life, so I do be resonating with the Virgo vibratory. Divine guidance and loving clarity for Virgo, for the people who be resonating with Virgo and who stumble upon this video. Let's get into it here. Some of you guys have possibly been experiencing some losses. There's communication coming in. Yeah. This would look like some of you guys have maybe, lost jobs, or there maybe could be a grief loss situation where you actually received a financial kickback, but it's come through hardship. It's come through less than desirable or successful means. Because the Nine of Pentacles is here and there's communication between it, which makes me think of discussing wills or something like this. You're moving forward this month. So, I'm getting a sense of be patient with the situation. It's probably not very comfortable. There's a lot of communication though that's keeping you busy. So this is possibly to do with Page of Sword, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, possibly a child, niece, nephew, someone younger than you. Maybe someone you work with or work for, getting a message. This is limited, stirring up anxiety, like not wanting to face something maybe. Not really wanting to have to look at something, but the communication's coming in. There's something going on that's kind of full spectrum that's forcing you to address probably something to do with your pentacle. But the pentacle situation is off the back of kind of a troubling situation, I'm hearing like a twisted, troubled situation. Okay, but the five of sword, you will be triumphant, and or the person in the situation together, you'll be able to work through the situation. You'll be able to move to calmer waters this month, ideally. If not, like nearing the end of the month, you'll be like, oh God, I'm finally moving forward out of this situation that probably felt like, oh God. There could have been even like social kickback, like in a work environment where there's other people and they're getting involved and you're feeling like negative kind of attention or something like this. Working on a project. Oh, like if it's a work situation, it could have been somebody like, doing not great things behind your back or something. Communication comes in, you're like, oh, we're gonna have to address this. We address it, it's troubling, there's some emotion, there's whatever, but then you finally get to move forward. Like with what's truly yours, right? If it's an idea, you will be able to move forward with the idea. Or maybe if it's a custody battle situation, you will be able to move forward with, the children in safe hands sort of thing. Big time rebirth for you here. Yeah, because the death reverse. So you have been going through a transformational process. The communication coming in for you this month is likely to start to, for example, if this has been an ongoing troubling situation, feeling burnt out from it or feeling just maybe a bit depressed, or like, oh my God, I don't have a second to myself, or something along those lines. This is like the communication's coming in to stir the pot, to force the kind of movement of the situation, even if it's uncomfortable, right? Even if we're having to address things we don't like to have to address regarding money or regarding creative ideas. But then again, there's a lot of triumphant energy. There's a lot of energy here of like hold the line, Empress energy with Emperor. So some of you, for one, we'll always want to mention like matches in the tarot when they come up. So Emperor and Empress would be like power couple. Certainly with Empress here in the central part of your reading, you really coming into your expressive power, your feminine power, regardless of your gender, right? That sense of, your intuitive power, your sense of connection to the divine. And as you move forward, you're likely to attract an Emperor, right? Somebody who can meet you. They're both upstanding people here. So you moving forward with what truly belongs to you, what's meant for you, is going to help empower you to be more of who you truly are. Fully in your power, fully making, everything is perfect for you kind of thing. But you're connected, you're grounded, you're like, you know what, I've been through all this stuff. We're still going to move forward regardless of the losses, regardless of the pain of the past, right? And again, for those of you who are moving forward on your own, there's a partnership coming in, the Emperor. There's somebody coming in to meet you. Again, that could be interesting, because I'm looking at Empress and Emperor in the reverse, and how funny. But again, a couple, a potential encounter, like a transformation maybe of an already established relationship as well. For some of you, you're really wanting to stay focused here with your energy. Get a sense of where you're going first for you, and then make movement in that direction, right? Before overcommitting. Yeah. Temperance mode, balancing your pentacle, my lovers. So it's maybe not the time to like super dupes initiate something brand new kind of thing. It's really you kind of closing off these chapters, dotting the T's and crossing the I's, or crossing the T's and dotting the I's. With what you've got, find that balance, right? Create that balance in your life. Temperance, like really ground in, really know yourself, know your emotional patterns, know your worth, right? Like know what you've been through, know yourself, because this almost gives me a sense too that you're more than likely energetically, really coming into a fuller expression of your power. Be aware as you're stepping forward. There might be some people that come in that rub you the wrong way. Just let it slide, okay? Because if that's the case at this point for you, it would be like just tests and obstacles coming in. People trying to throw you off your game. People that would appear to be as powerful as you, that appear that, and maybe back in the Disney, you would have taken their advice, or you would have really listened, or you would have been like, or if something they said really made you feel bad, you'd really sit with it for a while. If this is happening as you're moving forward, I would say just water off a duck's back, as they say. Like, just, if it's not landing, don't take it, right? Like, because it could be that there's like these powerful people around you that, oh, are you sure you want to do that? Or like, yeah, but your reputation is ruined now. Or like, I don't know, that just ickville comments people say that sit with you, and they on the surface are appearing to be really like caring, or like, oh yeah, or I know about that, and like pretending as if it's really solid advice, but actually it's intentional shit stirring, or it's intentional digs. But then that's part of the manipulation factor, right? With less than secure people, it's like it sounds nice enough, hence where you'd be like, well, what is that? I'm not sure exactly what you mean. And then they're like, oh, no, like, it's, and they backpedal because they can tell that you sussed something, right? So just be mindful. especially if it's resonating with regards to you've been through a battle, you've been through a conflict that's probably taken its toll, right? Whew, and you're finally moving forward. Just be mindful of people that feel familiar, maybe, right? Oh, Lakshmi, positive abundance card. And Samadhi, it's time for your deep spiritual essence. Empress, I really feel that for you, Virgo, here. Like the master, Samadhi, it's like you owning it fully, like knowing everything you've been through. And you're still here, you're still calm, you're still balanced, and or able to kind of fine tune and work on that balance with where you're at now. That energy, calm, dealing with things as and when they come in, you're moving forward. You're dealing with things as and when they come in, but you're moving forward. And you're moving forward into a greater sense of power, which in essence is mastery, you know, mastery and a sense of a greater spiritual connection and possible stillness. It's like there's a presence that you're maybe cultivating within that really is a quite transcendent, blissful state for you. As in, if some of you are being called, I would definitely heed the call for more meditation or just silence, right? Like moving forward with great strength in your stillness, in your still point, in your connection, right? Perceive diversity. So yeah, okay, so some of the situation that you've been going through, again, if it's resonating, it's been super challenging. This really is about opening up your perception. And hence death reverse is sort of a total transformation. Possibly areas that have been like where you felt completely blindsided by people, situations that possibly felt a bit relentless for you. Like, when is this going to let up? When am I finally going to be free from the situation I thought was going to be super abundant, or I thought was going to be like mega recognition and success, and has almost been like a flip. Like it's been through hardship. But the communication, there might be a little bit of kickback, and that kickback's going to help you move forward, right? Temperance, calm, centered, feeling truly in your power here. Because you might not necessarily have loads of stuff going on in the physical that makes other people be like, oh yeah, success. But you're committed to something very pure and good for you that's powerful, right? Hence the Emperor moving forward with a pretty clear idea, certainly knowing where you've been through, being like, well, I'm not going back into that shit show, or like, you know, turbulence, storm, whatever. I'm not going back in there. I'm moving forward, and I know what's mine and theirs, and okay, fair enough. I move forward, and that's kind of where the success is going to come from, just not where maybe you once thought. The communication is happening. There's probably, and again, on a higher spiritual level, this is about your inspired creativity. I would DSC the situation you're in. Maybe you thought was going to be able to like really flourish your creative essence. It stifled it, if anything, or there was some shady shit going on where somebody was kind of taking your ideas, taking credit, something like that, right? It was creating loads of anxiety, and finally you're facing it down. But this might be very initially difficult. Maybe you're resigning, maybe you're leaving a position, maybe you're letting something go that showed a lot of promise, that was feeling good. So it's a painful transformation on the emotional level, transformation of death, letting things go. But this whole situation as you're moving forward is radically transforming your perception to give you more to receive, in essence, right? To be even more open-minded so that you can let more in, right? I really like, regardless of the dynamism or some of the intensity here, the Emperor, the Samadhi, and the Six of Sword moving you forward into a greater, like, glow up, that kind of vibe, change. You're in the cycle of change. You're in your birthday season, so there's going to be some, positive energy here. But you're in a transition. Virgo's a mutable sign, right? So it's relatively like, all right, we're moving again, right? We're going to move this thing forward with greater wisdom and greater sense of autonomy and power. Sort of like a Libra vibe, but Virgo often would be, there is a service orientation to Virgo, and the shadow would be like martyring ourselves, or like serving ourselves, like breaking our backs to serve other. That yeah, martyry, woe is me, I do so much for everybody else all the time, and nobody's ever doing the same, or nobody's paying attention the way I am. So be mindful of that energy. But this is where it's like, oh, I would dare say a lot of that has been purged. That's come up. Those aspects of the shadow have been revealed to you. That's why you're able to move forward with greater clarity, but also humility, which really does set the stage for this sort of energy. You know, we're not bringing weird identifications and attachments to samadhi or mastery with us. There's a great humility and emotional purity and centeredness of knowing of the self, right? But see the darkness all around the light through the center. I get a sense of remembering that masterful energy is integrated darkness. Hence, there's no, like, you don't have to try to be nice. You don't have to try to be anything other than what you are. And we are all full spectrum, right? So the knowing of the self is a real aspect of having gone through probably layers and layers of shadow work to integrate, to know your darkness, to know your shadow, right? It's like knowing the devil, so that you can consciously be expressing your light, right? That's sort of this idea of the conscious awakening across the humanity. It's the darkness that we're seeing, the suffering that we see and then we experience is truly the all the trauma, all the mental disease, you know. To me, it's all reflecting back the sense of our spiritual awakening, our spiritual evolution as a species on this planet. Like, just because it's time, you know, it's the planet herself is like, we're not doing it this way anymore, you know, and a bunch of us are like, oh, okay. You know, we can't, we don't want to use violence. We want to use empathic, compassionate understanding, you know, a higher state of our beingness, where we're more masterful over our bodies and our mind, and we can direct our projections, right? So it's a big deal, you know. Hence some of these tests that might come in. So be mindful of that. The people that appear powerful and, you know, and again, on the surface, really well-intentioned, but whatever they say to you feels like a block. It feels like a limitation. It might even feel like a bit of a dig. Just see it for what it is and keep on moving. It's knowing yourself here, Virgo. And any of this old stuff that's coming up, just face it down, see it for what it is. Be like, that's where I've been, but I'm not doing that anymore. I need to empower my personal power, orient myself around those people that truly harmonize that, thus amplify that higher bass tone for you, and then move into that world and create what it is you're here to create. Really, really powerful movement forward for a portion of the collective that's working in these sort of new paradigm or like fifth dimensional consciousnesses, as it were, like that we're projecting that, and that energy is only going to get stronger for more and more people, because again, that's necessary. Building the new, that new has to be there for more and more the collective shifting over, holding space for the entire human consciousness, really, because it's all kicking off, really. It's, you know, holding space for the continuing denouement, like the detachment phase of the old systems that are not supporting us as we move forward. So you're a big part of that, Virgo. May the force be with you. So much love for you guys. If you enjoyed that, if that resonated with you, or if you feel that these videos can help friends, family, feel free to share it. Super dupes appreciate the help, you guys, for building the brand. It's a very organic, grassroots, like from the boudoir originals over 10 years ago. And really through your feedback and the development of this community, I keep showing up. And I really, really appreciate all the likes and the subs and checking out the website and subscribing there, and the merchandise and the book and the online courses. Patreons get access to the courses and ad-free first access, and a weekly exclusive collective reading for the patrons. So feel free to check out all that stuff. And most importantly, look after yourself this month. Happy birthday, Virgo. I'll look forward to seeing you in the daily shares, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in October. I think September and October, we've got the eclipses coming up. Oh God. Ground down, you guys. Batten the hatches. Is that what they say? You know, look, like my earrings. Anywho, have a great month, Virgo. I'll see you real soon. Take care. Peace out.